Hello everyone, so myself Nisha and I'm here to tell you about the parts of flower, which is a very basic chapter from 6 to above classes or even more. Class 3 and 4 also we read about, but here I will tell you basic things in the parts of flowers that we should know, because if you are a biology student then you should know that what are the basic parts of flower. Okay, so if we talk about the things, if anybody asks you that what are the parts of flowers, you will say sepals, petals, and that's it. Okay, we hardly know more about it, because when we have to, or when we need to differentiate between the male and the female reproductive parts, and we are unable to do so. So today I will tell you the male and female reproductive parts, as well as the petals, sepals, pedicels, everything. Okay, so now starting with the petals. Now, as you can see, this bright red part. Okay, one, two, three, four. So basically it is of four holes. Basically it is of four holes, and these are known as the petals, which is often known as the corolla. Okay, so petals if we talk about this one, and corolla if we talk about this hole. Now this was the first part. Now moving on to the next, if you see this green part, now this green part, if this part we talk about, so this is the sepal, and sepal is also known as collectively as calyx. The petal collectively known as the corolla, and the sepal collectively known as the calyx. Okay, any confusion? Okay, now moving on to the next. Now we will talk about the male and female reproductive part. So first of all I will tell you about the male reproductive part. So if we start noticing that this yellow part, the round yellow part, it is known as the anther. Okay, and just below it, if you can see this thin, sorry, it's little bit, yes, if you can see this thin part, it is known as the longitudinal thin part, it is known as filament. Okay, now it is very light color, I should make it little bit darker. So it is known as filament. So I will show you that how it looks like. It is basically like this. So this our part is anther, and this longitudinal part is filament. Okay, now this anther and filament collectively or together they are known as the stamen. Okay, together they are known as the stamen, which is the male reproductive part. Now this is actually the pollen grains. This anther is basically the pollen grains which is transferred to the stigma. Now the question arises, what is the stigma? Now if you see this red part, now this red part, it is the stigma. This thin longitudinal part is the style, and below it, it is the ovary. Now when it comes to ovary, which means that this is a female reproductive part. Now here the ovary is not properly described, so I will show you that how this ovary looks like. Okay, so this is the stigma, this is the style, and this is the ovary in which the ovules are present, which helps in the fertilization. Now this collectively known as the pistil. stigma, style, ovary, or which you can say it as SSO. It is known as the pistil. Like anther and filament is known as stamen. So if we talk about the pistil, it is stigma, style, and ovary. Now this was the female reproductive part. I hope that this will be helpful for you, and we will learn and we will elaborate. I will elaborate it more about this, that what is, how does this pollination occurs, and what are the uses of this male and female reproductive part, how does the pollination occurs, and what are the pollinators in the next video. Thank you so much.